I'm back! Yay! Welcome back to my channel, and if you haven't been here before, welcome. For starters, I want to go over a few things. I don't really know. Anyway, welcome! Perry the Platypus sitting in a chair! To the person who got me this, thank you so much. I absolutely love it. You're probably never going to actually see this video, but I love this gift so much. Thank you. In other news, ACT and SAT prep books. They're way too big. These are two tests that are going to determine, colleges. Why are these two tests still a thing? Don't know why. That has nothing to do with this channel, though. In this video, I'm going to be painting on stuff. Last week I did friendship bracelets, so this week I'm going to paint stuff. Just painting, Got a trash can I have to paint, which I'll probably be doing in this video, so. Fun. Yeah, I really want to paint that trash can, too. Anyway, let's get started. Since I was talking about that trash can, we might as well paint on that first. Technically not in the actual order of painting, but it's fine. I started out by sketching out what I wanted to paint, and in this case I wanted to paint an owl for the person who's getting this trash can. It's the same friend that I made the music note friendship bracelets for, and I just sketched out the head with the nice ears, the body, the wings, the feet. It was all looking really good. The reason I'm painting on a trash can is because this is another present. Yay! I've been making so many presents, and this one is my last one for hopefully a long while. 'Cause there's just been a lot. So anyway, I told my friend that I would paint on her trash can because I told her I'd get her a trash can, and she was perfectly fine with it. She actually needed a trash can. So I asked, what do you want painted on this? And she told me she didn't really know, so I said, fine, I'm gonna paint an owl on it. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I remember back we had owls on all of our lockers for some reason, and I had this purple owl, so I'm like, I'm gonna paint a purple owl. And it had a different color for its body and ears and wings. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do with this one, except this one looks a bit more terrified. It's great. It's great. So her bathroom, as she said, was a pastel, and this isn't quite a pastel, but I did lighten up the colors a bit more so that it wouldn't be so dark and out of place. This is actually supposed to be her recycling bin in her bathroom. She already has a trash can in there. So it's nice. It's great. I don't know what I'm doing. And because the head and the body were the same color, I went in and I darkened up the paint a little bit before I painted a little line in between the two so you can tell the separation. Otherwise it would just kind of look like a ball on a stool with that look. Saw it, what I painted. And then for the wings, I went in and changed the color up a bit. I added a bit more of the purplish pink and some white. So it got more of a pinky color for the wings. But I didn't want it to be straight pink because I don't like just straight pink. It's bothersome unless it's neon, because then it can be annoying to others, not to the person wearing it. So I lightened up the color, and then I went in and painted the wings. And I also painted the ears the same color. So you could have some corresponding parts between the head and the body of it. And I used the same paintbrush for all of this. The paints I just added more colors to make it a different shade. So it first started out as the purple of the body, and then I just added some lighter pink and some white to get this pinky purple color. Well, it's all purple, but yeah. If you have different opinions on what's pink and what's purple. And then I got a smaller brush and took some orange and added white to that before I realized, yeah, you should really start out with white first. So then I just separated some and made a lighter orange because the orange was a bit too dark and would have been really outstanding in the picture. And as you can see, my head kind of comes in a little bit with the details as I'm trying to get that perfect line where it just looks really nice and sort of professional. This is a terrified looking owl, so I don't think you'd be finding that on trash cans regularly. And then on the foot on the right, I ended up extending the legs a little bit past the drawing I made because they're kind of uneven and the one on the right was smaller. And I also used this color for the little beak. And I was having some trouble getting getting the edges of the beak to be pointy. And then I just add a little bit of black for the eyes. And my terrified owl is finished. While I was painting this, I thought of the name Hootie. I don't know if that's a good name or not, so I don't know if I'll keep it. Well, the trash can someone's else anyway. And then I just started out with my cards, and I did a base coat for that. And then for this first card, I'm gonna paint Margaret, the penguin, which I ended up making in the challenge bracelet video. And I'm making the little background with all the snow because it's in a snowstorm or something. Pro tip, if you're doing this, don't do a bunch of really thick coats of base color before taking the paint off, because I had this problem as whenever I was trying to remove the tape, the paint wanted to stick to it and go away with it. It was not fun. Anyway, I started drawing out Margaret on the nice snowy background, and then I started painting her with a little thin paintbrush as to not ruin it and get smudges of paint everywhere. And I just first made this kind of tombstone looking shape. Margaret's a little tombstone. And then I did her tiny little arms off to the sides before I started to go around with the black a little bit more and fill in her body a bit. And then I came in with white and painted her face. You're gonna have to wait till the end to see this, but Margaret kinda looks like she's going to steal your soul, which is not a bad thing. It can be a great career choice for some. So she can be Margaret the Soul Stealer. Oh, I feel so bad because in the bracelet she looks so cute, and here I am adding the eyes. But in this card painting, she looks like she's gonna come at you and steal your soul. It might just be because eyes that I did, and I went back and tried to make her face a bit smaller by adding a bit more black. And it doesn't look as bad in the video, but up close it really looks like she's gonna steal your soul. So if you ever see Margaret in person, you might want to run, because her career path is a soul stealer. And I think she really likes her job. Here you can see I'm trying to fix up that tape that kind of took off the edges a bit. And that happened on basically all the cards. It was kind of annoying. But yeah, there's Margaret. She loves her career. Now for this next card, since I had just eaten an apple as a snack, I decided, you know what? I'm gonna paint an apple. So I drew out a little apple, and then I got a bunch of different paints. I got a ton of reds and a little bit of yellow and some oranges. And then I just started painting them. Which this one definitely didn't take as long, but I had a lot of fun just making it. It was fun to just start painting and then keep painting. Apples are actually one of my favorite fruits, so it was really nice getting to paint it. It's been years since I've painted fruits before. I have painted them before. And I just flipped it around so I could get better edges on one side. And both sides are not symmetrical. Is that asymmetrical? I think it's asymmetrical. So it looks more realistic. And then I added a little stem and then a tiny leaf up top. So it's like it just fell off the tree. It's still a green leaf. And here I am trying to remove the tape. And you can really see me struggling at removing the tape because the paint wanted to stick to the tape. And bad idea. Bad idea. I just need a better paint. A better base paint, because it sucked. I was not happy, and I brought in some scissors to try and cut it down a bit, and then I tried painting it to fix it. I don't know if it really helped all that much, but I liked how the apple looked. For this last one, I actually tried to take the tape off first so that I didn't have as much issue taking it off later, and if it just kind of ruined it, then I could redo it. But this was actually the only one of the three that kind of easily the tape came off. And for the background of this one, I kind of wanted a more spacescape sort of thing, so I started off with like watering down some black and then painting that. And since the tape wasn't there, I actually had to be a little bit more conscious of the edges, but it wasn't too bad. And then in the middle, I decided to paint a little planet where I just kind of took a bunch of colors, threw them together, and painted it. So you've got like blue, green, there's some reds and oranges. This was the last one I made, so I was kind of just throwing on all the extra colors that I still had. And then I painted some little stars in the background. There were some pretty big ones. It was cute though. I liked it. I think it all turned out great, and I made a little sun in the background. And so, those were the things I made. I made the trash can with Hootie the Scared Owl, Margaret the Soul Stealer, a planet, and an apple because I was hungry. I hope you like this video. Bye-bye!